All right, what is up, Meow Trades fans? Bit of a different video today. Um, or I guess, I don't know, I haven't really posted a video in ages anyway. And I have like 5 subscribers. So this is more for me. If anyone comes across this on YouTube, this is just for me, really. I'm gonna explain what I'm doing as sort of a documentation and also to keep myself from to make sure I'm following my own rules. So what I've been doing for the last week is I have this new account. I'm going to go to my stats here. And I've had this account for a week and I'm trying out trading the initial balance. So let me show you on the chart. Every market open, there's 4 in a day. Let me find like a good one where I can show them all, like here. So starting with Globex open, which is at 6 o'clock. The market opens and I'm marking out the first hour, the range of the first hour of the market. I can zoom in a little. And then when that range closes, I'm taking a trade depending on where it closes within this range. And I'm using data. I've seen this for a while. Over a year ago, I remember seeing stuff like this and I never really thought of trying it. I normally am just trading with my own discretion. But I thought, why not try this? Because it's kind of different to how I normally do stuff. I'm normally, like I said, trading with my own discretion. There's no like data to back it up, and it's been working. The last, I think every month of this year has been profitable. I've made money apart from 1 month, but that was my loss of that month was the same as my profit of the month before, so I broke even. So it's been working, my own discretion, but it doesn't feel reliable. It isn't reliable, to be honest. So instead, not instead, but I wanted to try this as well. I still have another account that I'm trading with my own discretion. It's a combine right now. It's at 1500. I've got one more day to pass this. I also have a Lucid combine, which is at 1500 as well. So hopefully I can pass those on Monday. And I'm going to trade those with my own discretion anyway. Sort of keep my old like way of doing things around as well. But on this account, which is a funded account, I wanted to try trading the initial balances. So this is the Globex one, then you have the Asian one, and I think I took a trade here as well, which looks like it lost. So it did, and then I flipped and took a short and made back the loss. Which is an interesting strategy I've also been trying. This is the London. That was a nice win on the London. It looks like I got in late. Oh no, I probably got in there. That's a very small, quick win. New York broke instantly, so I didn't take a trade on that one. So I've been doing this every day for a week. I'll go back to my stats here and show you. So here's my curve. Very nice. Heading up. Or the chart, I guess. So I took one trade last week. Friday was the 4th of July and it closed early, so I didn't trade that day. Thursday actually was my biggest day just last week. I took, let's see, I guess I took 3 contracts off that would be the New York IB, and I won. It's very nice that. This week has been a bit rougher. Now, I'll be honest, the fact that I'm even green this week is kind of a good thing. Obviously, that's a good thing, but I mean kind of a low probability. I've seen a lot of people who also trade IBs or trade similarly to this have had very bad weeks. And I mean, to be honest, mine hasn't been that good of a week. I'll go into some of these days, but even just the fact that these have managed to scrape off being green days was very nice. I'm trying to average $100 a day. Right now, I'm not, obviously. Let me get my calculator up. I can show, I can't, it doesn't show on screen, but let me do the calculations real quick. I've got a total profit of 570, all right, divided by 6 days. So $95 a day. So I'm actually almost there. $95 a day. That's not bad. I'm just trying to, I mean, I'm not pushing to get to $100 a day. It's literally just, I would like to see my stats be at $100 a day. I don't care if it is. I don't care if it isn't. But but it would be nice to average $100 a day, which I'm pretty much doing, I guess. Although this week I definitely haven't. It's only a $400 week across 5 days, so obviously that's not $100 a day. Now, Friday was rough. If you guys traded Friday, I'm sure you know it was rough. I will go into that in a second. But yeah, that was a rough day. The rest of the days were pretty good though. So I'm not sure. These looking at these things always confuses me because the time is in my time, I think. And I can never tell. And the date can also be, I don't know if it's my day or the New York day. It's very confusing because I'm in Australia. But this day, I guess I won. I took a loss, which brought me back to nothing. And then I won again and ended up $100. So $100 days, right, are good. My plan for next week is to size up only by 1 micro or just doubling my risk. So I've been risking like $100 a trade on these, 100 to 150. I'm going to then go to 200 to 250. So I'm just going to increase my risk by $100, which should, in theory, double my profits. And of course, like, it was fine this week, right? If my risk had been doubled, these all would have just been doubled, right? The losses would have been doubled, but the profits would have been doubled too. So this would have been a $200 day, $250 day, $40 day, $240 day, $40 day, right? And I would have ended like $800 profit on the week. So I can double. I've got the room to double. I wasn't even close to blowing this account. It is a 50K, so I have the $2,000 loss limit. So I'm not really worried about blowing it, especially because my biggest loss, right, is going to be like $200, and statistically, it's going to be hard to blow with taking a $200 loss. So yeah, I'm happy to up my risk a little, which I'm going to do next week. And yeah, hopefully have a better week than this week. I'll show you Friday because Friday was rough, which was yesterday. I'm filming this on Saturday. Yeah, here was the Friday. So New York. We'll go through the whole Friday because this was the worst day of the week. And I managed to end it green, which was pretty good. So first trade I took was this one onto the Globex IB. Got in here. I could have got in a little higher up, which I probably would have now. I'm still like, this is my first week ever trading it, so I'm still getting everything down. Realistically, I should have got in here. Wouldn't have changed anything. I would have taken a slightly smaller loss, but also I should have flipped. So there's the strategy of when you take a stop here, when you get stopped out here, you go long with a profit up here and a stop loss down here, which would have worked. It would have come close to the stop. But it would have take profit. I mean, that would have just cut my loss a little bit. Now, deciding when to do that and when not to do that, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I should just always do it. It's just a set rule. I always flip. Issue with that is my losses could really compound. Like if you have a bad day, it could be a really bad day. But it could make just one loss be not as bad. I'm not sure if there's a stat where I should be flipping. Like maybe if it ends in this zone, I know the stat is slightly less, we go down. So maybe if it does come up here, I flip. And if it ends in this zone, the stats are really high to go down. So if it was to not go down, maybe I shouldn't flip. Not entirely sure. I didn't flip and it would have played out. Same thing then happened here on the Asian Open. I got long here, took a loss. If I would have flipped, I'm pretty sure, I don't think it would have. I'm pretty sure this is all one candle. Let me actually go to the 30 second. Oh, but I hate how you go to 30 second and it brings you like, it doesn't leave you where you were. Stupid. Let's see. Would the flip have worked here as well? Yeah, it would have. So stopped out here, could have got back in here. Definitely could have got back in because it went below, came back up, and then I would have regained the loss. So the loss would have been completely mitigated if I had flipped there. But then I've seen other times where if you flip, you just end up taking 2 stop losses instead of 1. So, I'm not actually sure. I might try and do some research on that, see if there's any data for that. Or I just make it a rule I flip every time because it has worked more than it hasn't so far. Then was the London IB, which I took a win, which was nice. So at this point in the day, I was down $200. Taking the London IB, I then was up. I was only down $100. This was a $100 win. Then coming into New York, and this was the roughest one of the day. New York looked absolutely delectable. When the low goes first, it's just even better to go to the high. So it was the best scenario. I was able to enter right at, so it was a 50-50, right? 1-to-1 risk reward. Even better. And if I had hit take profit here, I would have ended the day up $200. This was a $300 trade, so 300 for 300. And it almost hit. It was going to hit, like this shot up. It 100% was going to hit. And then right before it did, which is just insane timing, right at 10:32, Trump tweeted something about the ceasefire, and it just dumped. Absolutely ridiculous, right? If he had tweeted it 30 seconds later, I would have been fine. If he had tweeted it a few minutes before and we were in here, I would have been fine. He tweeted it like 10 seconds before it hit my take profit, which is just amazing. But I'm sure a lot of people had a really bad day this day, right? It's not just me. If you were long anywhere in here, right, with your stop below, you got cooked. And it also did the velocity logic event where the chart like froze and then just suddenly reopened and it was down here. So I think luckily for me, I don't know if I slipped that much. If you're in a live account, you would have been cooked. But yeah, so took a loss that I shouldn't have taken. But I mean, I say shouldn't, like news is random. And sometimes it's going to work in my favor and sometimes it's not, right? So I don't know if it averages out to where, 50% of the time it works against you, 50% of the time it works for you. I don't know. But loss. So then I did take a revenge trade. And it's the only revenge trade that I ever have taken on this account. I've been very good at only taking IB trades. But this day was just so bad. And then to have this happen right at the end on a Friday, I took a revenge trade. Now, I call it a revenge trade. Technically, it was a I don't know, what am I trying to say? Like it still had thought to it, right? I didn't just take a loss and just instantly get long because I was angry. I knew it was a Trump tweet, not data. It wasn't actual news. Like no one actually got bombed. It wasn't like a PPI number or some talk going on. It was just a Trump tweet. Now, from my, I've been trading for 2.5 years, almost 3 years. The tweets, right, especially Trump tweets. I mean, I was trading under Biden for a while, but now Trump, 100% out of all the like news events, these are I say 100%. In my own discretion, they have the best chance of just retracing, right? Because the drop down is just from algorithms. No human is doing this. It's all just robots. And then I guess the humans read it and go, oh man, we didn't need to actually sell off. And then they just buy it back up, right? And this ended up going all the way back up and actually going to break the high and then continued higher. So I did take a long, right? It dropped. It was a Trump tweet. I took a long. I got in at 722. So here, my stop was below. I mean, to be honest, would I have actually stopped myself out there? I don't know. I'd like to say I would have if it continued lower, but I don't know because I was already quite angry. I was down $500 on the day, and I ended up catching $500 back up, like to somewhere around. I can actually see the order right here. 83. 83? No, that's not right. I caught it all the way back up to here? That's not correct at all. No. What are these? See, this is like what I mean when the orders cancelled by system. 808. 808. That must be the one. Yeah, that makes more sense. So I took that long, and I didn't have my stop loss. Now I'd like to say that if I broke the low, I would have stopped out, but to be honest, I don't know. And I don't ever want to do this again because this is, I mean, yes, I had some thought behind the trade, but it was just lucky we bounced. I want this account to be just the IB account, but I wanted to say that I did this, again, just for me. I don't even know if anyone's going to watch this. So I won, and I only took, as soon as it hit $500 in profit, I got out, which is why my day was practically break even, right? $20 profit. I literally just caught back the loss and immediately got out. Statistically, with all the data that was going on today, I could have probably held for the break and caught, that would have been like, I probably would have ended like $400 profit. But that didn't feel right to do that because it was already like a dodgy trade. I just wanted to get in and get out. So yeah, that is the whole day. That's it. That was the worst day of the week and it ended green only because of a revenge trade though. But yeah, I don't want to do that again. I mean, I knew it was going to happen eventually, right? You're always going to be, eventually, if you trade enough, you're going to get caught in news or in a Trump tweet, and that's what happened. Oh yeah, here you go. You can see here. So that was the worst trade. It put me down $500 on the day, and then I caught that back up. Statistics, I mean, I'm not too fussed about these, especially because it was a bad week. I'd like my profit factor to be better. At the beginning of the week, my profit factor was like 8. Obviously, it's not going to stay like that, but I think it should be better than a 1.5. Average win-loss is fine being negative because I have a higher win rate. My win rate hopefully will stick around 75% or above 70% would be nice. And yeah, that's it. That's all I got. I think that's could be the end of this video. So I'm going to upload one of these at the end of every week for this account is the plan. Just for me, you know, if you want to watch this, go for it, right? But this is mainly just for me to try this out. I'm still trading all my other accounts with my own discretion, like this one. I took 21 trades and made $1,500 yesterday. But yeah, this one's just the IB trading every session, still with my own discretion, I guess, on how I'm using the data to trade it. But yeah, and we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping to make, once I hit $2,000 on this account, I'm going to take out 1,000, and then obviously the second 1,000 will be easier to make because I'm already at 1,000. I'm just going to make one more 1,000, and I can take out 1,000 again. And I think I'll just keep going 2,000, take out 1,000, 2,000, take out 1,000. Maybe I'll build it up a little higher so I can take larger trades, you know. But I'm not sure. Also, the other goal is just to copy trade, right? Because even if I'm only making like $1,000 a month, you do that on 5 accounts, that's $5,000 a month, and $1,000 a month, right? With 25 trading days, I can do that on my calculator real quick. I'm sure you can probably do it faster than me, right? 1,000 divided by the 25 days. Oh, I times it. $1,000 divided by 25 trading days is only $40 a day. Are we serious? 40 times 25 days is $1,000. So are we serious? That seems very low. So if I had 5 accounts, I only need $40 a day, and I can hit $1,000 a month. That's crazy. That is crazy. Really? Did I do this wrong? No, I'm doing it wrong because I said there was 25 days in the month. I'm counting these two. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is if I have 5 accounts copy traded like this week, right? $400 times 5 is a lot of money. So I don't need to worry about making a massive profit on one account, right? I'm just going for like $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, and hopefully ending up then buying more accounts and doing the same thing copy traded. With the account that I'm trading discretionally, I hope to pass this. I hope to get a payout, and then maybe after I get a payout on my own discretion, I'll turn it into one of these and just copy trade it along with this one. But that's the plan. Anyway, that's it for this video. Hopefully next week will be another green week. Hopefully it will be like a $500 week, right? If I hit $500 weeks, 500, 500, 500, 500, that'll be $2,000 by the end of the month. I can take my payout. That's the plan. That is it though, guys. So see ya. Good luck with everything. Good luck with whatever you're doing. See you next week.